Fortune magazine, millennials will make up 75% of the U.S. workforce by 2025.
My name is Amy Curcio, and I am the Acquisition Manager for Northeast Regional Sales and Marketing for Wells Fargo Bank. We just hosted the Millennial Women on the Move event at Bergen Community College, and it was a phenomenal event.
So how's everybody doing this morning? We're still in the morning? Good, great. Thank you so much again to Wells Fargo Positive Community for putting this together and allowing us millennial women to come together and speak to everyone, because it's a very, very important conversation.
I was just starting, and I remember when I first launched my company, I was afraid to ask people for money. I didn't think that people would pay for what I was doing. I knew how to create content. I knew how to tell a story. But something that was really key in the beginning that I was creating that I didn't even realize could be monetized was the live events that we started to put together.
We had such a great panel discussion. We learned a lot from one another that will empower us to go farther in our careers and in our personal lives. And it really doesn't get any better than that.
Said that the average American millionaire has 7 streams of income. And I always knew since I was little that I was going to be, according to like the older people, you know how older people speak over you? People would always tell me, you're going to be a rich old lady.
The challenging part about, I guess, launching a nonprofit, and that wasn't necessarily the funding, was getting the right people on the bus. Who's familiar with Jim Collins? Good to Great. No? Yeah, he often talks about getting the right people on the bus. And so what I learned is that when you communicate your vision and your narrative and you're telling people your story, you have to, 1, be clear, and 2, you have to be also understanding that other people may not have the similar vision or mindset that you may have, but you should always still be consistent and be authentic in your voice and how you communicate with people, and be very inclusive.
I think personally for me, this is all about empowerment and realizing who we are as women and what we are capable of, and not to be afraid to step out on the ledge and take a jump and take a chance and make our dreams come true.
What I decided to do with She Knows Now is to tap those networks and say, I want to know what you know for sure. I want to know, how is it that you're so amazing and you're so confident and you're so driven and you're doing all this amazing work for yourself, your family, your communities, and nobody knows this? And my goal with this is to make sure that younger women, the 16-year-old Ronishas in the world, you know, when they're coming up, they have a resource to say, I want to know women like me, women that look like me. I want to know what they know for sure. I want to know what their secrets are.
Okay, so then you find your mission, and whether it's a logo, whether it's some form of letter or any sort of communication, has to be consistent with whatever it is that your scholarship fund is about. And so I keep going back to this internal thing, but even from a company standpoint, the companies stay strong because they know what they're best at, what they're trying to do, and what they're trying to achieve.
So for me personally, bringing this type of event to this community is so important. It's a way to give back.
I just want to recap a few key takeaways that stood out when they were speaking. 1, everyone won't see your vision. Very important to know that. Understand your value. Don't be afraid to ask for the coin. Don't be afraid to ask for money. Speak up when you're in a room full of leaders so you can be viewed as a leader and a visionary. Step outside of your comfort zone. Everybody won't be your best friend. This is that one statement I'm taking to my daughter, because it's so important to understand as a woman, respect is what you need. It's not a million friends. It's more about respect and people understanding what it is that you do and respect that.
Thank you so much for coming. Thanks so much to Amy and her crew at Wells Fargo. They have been so good to us.
We have a long-standing partnership with the Positive community. We've done many, many events with them, and I think with each event that we've done, we've gotten better and better. We've built a foundation of success, which we really have built on. And I see a lot of familiar faces at these events. We do them twice a year. So I think the community knows the value of them and what they can add personally and professionally.